A single flower bulb worth more than a grand house. It sounds like a fable, a cautionary tale whispered through time. But in the 17th century Dutch Republic, this wasn't hyperbole. A humble tulip, a plant originally from the Ottoman Empire, became the epicenter of a financial maelstrom that captivated a nation and ultimately ruined fortunes. The year is 1634. The Dutch Golden Age is in full swing. Trade routes stretch across the globe, bringing unimaginable wealth and exotic goods to Amsterdam and other burgeoning cities. Amidst this prosperity, a new obsession takes root: the tulip. Initially, tulips were a symbol of status, a rare botanical curiosity. Their vibrant, often broken patterns, streaks of color caused by a virus, were particularly prized. These unique, unpredictable blooms were a marvel, a living work of art. What began as a connoisseur's hobby soon morphed into something far more dangerous. As demand outstripped supply, prices began to climb. Not gradually, but with an escalating intensity that defied all logic. Ordinary citizens, not just the wealthy elite, started to invest. They saw their neighbors making quick, substantial profits. The fear of missing out, that insidious human driver, began to take hold, pulling more and more people into the market. Imagine a sound, a constant, low thrum just at the edge of hearing, but only you can hear it. This was the psychological hum of the tulip market, a constant murmur of potential wealth beckoning speculators. By 1636, the speculation reached fever pitch. Contracts to buy bulbs that hadn't even been harvested yet, were traded repeatedly. It was a futures market, but based on a highly volatile, perishable commodity. The most coveted varieties, like the Semper Augustus, commanded astronomical prices. Records suggest one such bulb was valued at 500 guilders. To put that in perspective, a skilled craftsman earned perhaps 300 guilders a year. Houses, land, entire estates were mortgaged, even sold, to buy into the tulip frenzy. People believed the prices would only continue to rise. They saw themselves growing rich overnight, escaping their ordinary lives. But the underlying value of a tulip bulb, however beautiful, remained just that, a flower bulb. The market was driven not by intrinsic worth, but by pure speculation, by the greater fool theory, where buyers hoped to sell to an even more optimistic buyer. The psychological pull was immense. Stories circulated of enormous profits, fueling the illusion of guaranteed wealth. Everyone seemed to be getting rich, and those who hesitated felt increasingly left behind. This wasn't just about money, it was about status, about belonging to the select few who understood this new path to prosperity. It created a powerful, almost cult-like belief system around the flower. But all bubbles burst, and on February 3, 1637, the Amsterdam tulip market collapsed. The precise trigger is debated, but it was likely a combination of factors: an oversupply of bulbs, cautious investors selling, and simply the realization that prices had become unsustainable. Prices plummeted. Within days, bulbs that had been worth a fortune became practically worthless. Panic spread like wildfire through the merchant houses and taverns where deals had been struck just hours before. Many found themselves utterly ruined. Their life savings, their homes, their businesses all gone, swallowed by the insatiable appetite of the tulip market. The dream of quick riches had become a nightmare of debt. The Dutch government tried to intervene, offering to honor contracts at a fraction of their peak value, but it was largely in vain. The trust was broken, the illusion shattered. The market had corrected itself brutally. Tulip mania stands as one of history's clearest examples of a speculative bubble. It wasn't based on innovation or productive growth, but on the irrational exuberance of human psychology, amplified by collective delusion. It revealed how easily desire can override reason, how the lure of easy money can blind individuals to fundamental truths about value and risk. The flower itself was innocent, the human behavior around it was not. The legacy of tulip mania reverberates even today. It's a cautionary tale taught in economics classes, a vivid reminder of the dangers of unchecked speculation and herd mentality in financial markets. From the dot-com bubble of the late 20th century to modern cryptocurrency frenzies, the patterns are eerily similar. The object of speculation changes, but the underlying human psychology, the hope, the greed, the fear, remains constant. We are often quick to judge the Dutch of the 17th century, to marvel at their collective folly. Yet, how many times have we seen similar patterns play out in our own lifetimes, albeit with different assets? The Tulip Mania serves as a potent reminder that understanding the mechanics of a scam or a bubble isn't just about financial literacy. It's about understanding ourselves, our vulnerabilities, and the enduring power of collective delusion. Next, we'll delve into the audacious art forgery ring that fooled the world's leading experts for decades.